Carter just uncovered Obama and Clapper'S deep state ties to the Dossier by Aaron Moreno for TruthFeedNews.com. Investigative journalist Sarah Carter continues to uncover more damning evidence on the Obama administration than their ties to Hillary/DNC funded Dossier. According to this report by Carter, Clapper not only included information on the dossier in Obama's daily briefings, but also leaked information on the salacious document to CNN. From Sarah Carter, former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper allegedly leaked information to CNN early last year regarding the classified briefings given to then-President-elect Donald Trump and President Barack Obama on the salacious dossier claiming the Russians had compromising information on the president-elect, according to government sources who noted the evidence of the leak was collected during the House Intelligence Committee's Russia investigation. Clapper, who was one of 4 senior Obama administration officials to attend the briefing with the president, also stated his profound dismay at the leaks in an official statement issued in January of 2017 and warned that the leaks were extremely corrosive and damaging to national security, according to his press release. Texas Republican Mike Conway, Republican of Texas, announced Monday in a press release that the committee found no evidence of Russian collusion with the Trump campaign. The Republican members released only a portion of the committee's findings in the late afternoon. The full report will undergo a review to ensure that it does not reveal or damage national security before its public release, the congressional sources added. The committee interviewed its final witness, former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski, last week and had accessed all documents related to its probe, a congressional source told this reporter. "We've interviewed all folks we need to," Conway told Fox News Monday. "We could find no evidence of collusion between either the campaign and the Russians." Conway said the committee did, however, find evidence of Russian interfering in the 2016 election. A one-page assessment of the findings stated that the draft report will be provided to the committee minority on March 13th for review and comment. After adoption, it will be submitted for a declassification review, and a declassified version will be made public. Since the start of the House Intelligence Committee investigation, the committee majority and minority agreed to 4 parameters for this investigation, covering Russian active measures directed against the 2016 election and against our European allies, the U.S. government's response to those attacks, links between Russians and the Trump and Clinton campaigns, and leaks of classified information. After conducting 73 witness interviews, holding 9 hearings and briefings, and reviewing over 300,000 documents, we are confident that we have thoroughly investigated the agreed-upon parameters and developed reliable initial findings and recommendations, he said. We will now be moving into the next phase of this investigation, working with the minority on a report to give the American people answers to the questions they've been asking for over a year. Conway said that with the 2018 primary elections already underway, just 238 days until the midterm elections in November, it's important that we give the American people the information they need to arm themselves against Russian attempts to influence our elections. Yeah, like the Russians are going to make you vote. You don't have a mind of your own? But according to government sources, Clapper, who is not mentioned in the report released Monday, had spoken to CNN roughly the same time Jake Tapper broke the story regarding the briefings conducted by senior intelligence officials with Trump and Obama on the dossier. Tapper's story, which published in January of 2017, created a snowball effect of allegations in the media that Trump's campaign had allegedly colluded with the Russians in the 2016 election, and that Russia had compromising material on Trump. Sources with knowledge of the investigation concluded. Clapper was one of 4 senior Obama administration officials to brief Obama and Trump on the dossier in December of 2016. FBI Director James Comey, former CIA Director John Brennan, and National Security Administration Director Mike Rogers were also present at the December briefings. Clapper nor Tapper could be immediately reached for comment. I wonder why, right? The dossier, which was compiled by former British spy Christopher Steele at the behest of embattled research firm Fusion GPS, was already being shopped around by Steele to journalists in Washington as early as the summer of 2016, according to reports. At the time, journalists who had heard of the dossier were reluctant to publish the findings because of its unverified content. But it was when CNN published the first report that Trump and Obama had been briefed, the dossier's finding, that other news agencies began to report on it. The committee found evidence that Clapper, who is now a contributor at CNN, contacted CNN shortly before the story was published by Tapper, Evan Perez, and Jim Sciutto. The story detailed the briefings given to Trump by these senior officials on the contents of the dossier and gave the dossier legs, and news agencies began to publish its contents because it had now become official news. One congressional source told this reporter shortly after CNN published the report, BuzzFeed made the decision to post the entire 35-page dossier and referenced the CNN report in its decision to publish it, according to the website. On January 11th, Clapper issued a press release stating that the leaks in the media regarding the briefing on the dossier were extremely corrosive and damaging to national security. I express my profound dismay at the leaks that have been appearing in the press, and we both agreed that they are extremely corrosive and damaging to our national security, he stated. We also discussed the private security company document, which was widely circulated in recent months among the media, members of Congress, and congressional staff, even before the IC became aware of it. I emphasize that this document is not a U.S. intelligence community product, and that I do not believe the leaks came from within the IC. The IC had not made any judgment that the information in this document was reliable, and we did not rely on it in any way for our conclusions, Clapper stated. Yeah, but he released it. However, part of our obligation is to ensure that policymakers are provided with the fullest possible picture of any matters that might affect national security. CNN was the first to report that the Russians allegedly had compromising personal and financial information about Trump. CNN also reported that the findings were compiled by a credible former British spy and that the FBI was investigating the allegations. The official sources also told CNN that one reason they wanted to brief Trump on the unverified information is that it had been circulating among the media. Yeah, after they leaked it. At a Senate intelligence hearing on June 8, 2017, after Comey was fired, the former FBI director told Senator Susan Collins under questioning on January 6, 2017, he wanted then President-elect Trump to know I was briefing him about the salacious and unverified material. It was in a context of that he had a strong and defensive reaction about that not being true. My reading of it was important for me to assure him we were not personally investigating him. Yeah. But in other words, they were spewing lies all around the media, the intelligence community. You know what I'm saying? House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes had battled both Democrats and the Department of Justice over the past year in an effort to obtain documents for the Russia phase of the investigation, according to previous reports. The Democrats in the House Intelligence Committee are expected to release their own findings in the upcoming weeks, which will not be as conclusive and will suggest more investigations are needed into alleged collusion with the Russians, according to reports. Yeah, keep it going and draining the money for nothing. Meanwhile, you know what? This was just a smear campaign. In other words, they were just using it and this document. They confronted Trump. Trump said it's a bull over here, and they were using the document just to spread rumors, to sow discord. It wasn't the Russians sowing discord. It was our own government sowing discord there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and again, thank you so much for watching.